would rather be alone than to be with someone and getting my soul tortured. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Queen to those of you that are new. In today's video, guys, it's gonna be about being single in 2023, the pros and the cons. So the reason why I'm making this video, you guys, is because Valentine's Day is right around the corner. And like, I just keep on seeing like all these posts about everybody like, oh my God, it's almost that time again. And I'm just like, girl, you single. But you know what? It's all good. So it just made me think like, how about I make a video about being single in 2023 and share my pros and my cons. So if you think this is something you like to watch, continue to tune in and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let's get straight into the video. All right, so I do want to put out a disclaimer. So I feel like I need to put out a disclaimer, so I will. All right, so the things that I'm stating in my video, you guys, are based off of my personal opinion and my personal experience. So, you know, everybody's life is different. So we're all going to have our different experiences and different opinions. So I'm just sharing with you guys like my single life in 2023 or whatever, and the pros and the cons and how I see things, okay? So let's start off with the positive and let's get into the pros that I feel like are like good points for me personally for being single. All right, so number one, I can do whatever I want on my time. I feel like when you're in a relationship, you have to be considerate of the other person and like, you know, like kind of like have compromise and kind of like, you know, balance it out with when you do things together, when you don't do things together and all of that. And me being single, I don't have to do that. I do what I want, whenever I want, on my time. And I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoy that. Not saying that if I found the right person, I wouldn't mind compromising that, because I wouldn't at all. But for right now, I really enjoy that. All right. Number two, I feel like being single, I am 100% focused on my goals with no distractions. Now, what I will say is, once again, with the right person, they won't be a distraction. They will actually, I feel like, add value to the situation where they'll be so supportive that you won't look at it as a distraction. But, I mean, if it's not that, then it's a distraction. So for right now, like I said, I'm good. 100% focused on myself and my goals, and I really love that for me. Number three, I'm stress-free. And one thing I really love is my peace. I am so stress-free. I know every relationship isn't stressful, especially if you're in the right one. But if you're not in the right one, it could be very stressful. And like I said, I love my peace. So I'm stress-free. And the next one, you guys, I'm going to have to say, I feel like being single gets me time to really get to know like myself and what I really want and what I really don't want. And I feel like when you're just like by yourself and you're not with anybody, you could really figure that out, because there's no one there to kind of like alter like how you feel about things or, you know, that sort of thing. So like you could really figure it out. It's just really good. And I feel like that for me is like something that I really do appreciate about being single. Cause like when I do end up with somebody, I'm gonna know like exactly what I want, what I don't want to put up with, what I will put up with, and like just what I want in a partner. So yeah, really love that. And then my last pro, you guys, I'm gonna say is I feel like being single gives you time to really like love yourself. I feel like that's really important, because I feel like before you get into a relationship, you should be like, you know, complete with yourself. And I also feel like that's very important, because if you don't love yourself, how could you like love someone else properly? Like it just, that I just feel like that's just how it works. You have to love yourself first, and then you could spread the love. You know what I mean? But that's just how I feel. All right, next, you guys, we're gonna get into the cons. So, oh God, the cons. So, my first one I'm gonna say is like just doing everything by yourself. I personally feel like, especially like, I know everything on social media isn't like real and stuff like that, but I do know that teamwork does make the dream work. So I feel like when I see like couples that are like these, like, I guess they're like trying to like build together, or power couples, I feel like it's just a lot easier when you're trying to be successful as a team than trying to do everything by yourself, because doing everything by yourself can be like so overwhelming. But then at the same time, it's like, I feel like it's not easy to find a person like that is like on the same like path as you. I feel like that wants like similar things and stuff like that. It's like kind of hard. I don't know. It's just hard. Or either like the work ethic is like there. Because I have like a really good work ethic. So I would want that person, whoever I was with, to be like that too. So I do feel like that's like a big con to being single. You just doing everything by yourself. It's just annoying. The next one I would have to say is not having someone to consistently do stuff with. And by that, I mean like when you want to do like dates, you want to do trips or whatever, because like, just being honest, I feel like if you're like 25 and up or whatever, once you get to that point, yeah, you have your friends, but your friends start to have like their own real lives. People start to have kids, people get in real relationships, people get engaged, married. So it's like, if you don't have all that going on, then you kind of like learn to like do stuff by yourself, because it's like college is over. So it's like you got to do your own thing. So like if you had like a person that you were with, then it would be kind of like that would be your person to do things with when you want to do stuff with, when your friends aren't available. So yeah, that's one thing that I feel like really sucks, but it's all good. I mean, I'm kind of like a loner anyway, so it's like sometimes I want to like have that person to do stuff with consistently, and sometimes I'm like, I'm okay. The next con I would have to say would have to be, you have to date, because if you do eventually want to be with someone and be in a relationship, you have to date. And the reason why I say that is because like, in my opinion, it's draining out here. Like, people are just so draining. Like, oh my God, like, just the whole process of like just getting to know somebody, and just like half the time, like people just wasting your time, lying in the beginning, making it seem like, oh, they want a relationship, but they really don't, because they're really caught up in like social media, and they see things on social media. So it's like one person is never enough. It's like just crazy, because people aren't in touch with reality. So that's what really makes, I feel like, dating hard. People are just out of touch with reality and always thinking there's something better out there than what's right in front of them. So it could just be draining. So yeah, the whole dating process, just draining. And last but not least, you guys, I would say my last con is like, you could just get so used to just being alone, especially like if you're like me, I'm like a loner or whatever, that it could just lead it to being like really hard to like settle down or whatever, especially like I said, with the whole dating process just being so like, oh my God, so draining. And then like, if you're a person who values peace, if like you're not meeting people that add to that peace, or that are in alignment with where you see yourself in your future, it's like, you're just like, okay, like I'd rather just be over here by myself. I don't even want it. I just don't even want to be bothered. Just leave me alone. Yeah, so like, that's what I would say. I would definitely say that. But like, it's really hard to kind of keep your mind open to be like, okay, let me not get so comfortable with just being alone, because, eventually you want to end up being with somebody. I know I do. I'm not in a rush for it or whatever. I want to end up being with like someone that's a good person for me to be with, so that, everything just falls in line, but I'm not out here forcing anything. So like, yeah. So I guess for right now, I'm just good with just being, single and alone. Yeah. And it's so funny to me, because it's so funny to me when I hear people say, oh my God, you're just too pretty to be like by yourself. No, I'm not too pretty. I don't feel like, you know, that right there is like so overrated. I don't think anybody is too pretty to be by themselves or to be alone or too attractive to be single. I feel like I would rather be alone than to be with someone and getting my soul tortured. That's just how I feel. I don't want to be tortured. I want to be happy, at peace. That's just what I want. And I know that in relationships, there will be ups and downs, and that's fine. But we just need overall like to be at peace and like just have happiness. So yeah. So you guys, that's just my take on like, you know, being single in 2023. Me sharing with you guys my pros and cons. Yeah. So if you're single, I would like to hear like what you think the pros and cons are. So leave it down in the comments. Or even if you're not single, like let me know, do you agree with my pros and cons? Like just let me know. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, so guys, I hope you really did enjoy this video. It's supposed to be like, you know, real short, just to share a few things with you guys about how I truly feel about being single. And I hope you guys really did enjoy this video. I have more videos coming out soon that are similar to this that'll be interesting, and I'll be on here with like some of my other content creator friends. That's coming soon. I hope you guys really did enjoy this video, and if you guys did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, guys. Bye.